Please, you may now be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, you are the residents of Mr. Governor of Anambra State, the Governor's Lodge in Amobia, Awka Capital Territory of Anambra State. And it will be my singular honor and privilege to let you know that the man before you, the man at the helm of affairs of this great state, is a man you all know, a name that rings a bell in the entire country. But he came here and says that it is no longer going to be business as usual, that Anambra State must be the A state that it is, the light of the nation that it is. He brought what he calls disruptive change that is positive, that we will move forward in this state, making sure that everything is done the way it should be done. I am talking about a man who has decided to do what he calls developmental politics, politics of development, to see how the people will feel the impact of government by working for them. He told us, and he's doing what he says he will do. I don't want to bore you, but let me tell you that the man here is no less a man than Professor Charles Chukwuma Soludo, CFR Odenibo. I will leave the introduction of our guests to Senator Dino Melaye, but permit me to introduce those from this side. First, we have the head of service of Anambra State in our midst. I am talking about Barrister Theodora Okwi Igwebe. Yes, the Chief of Staff is here, Mr. Ernest Ezajiri. And then the Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, Professor Sylvia Ifemeje. The State Chairman of the All Progressives Grand Alliance, ABGA, is here, Chief Sir Norbert Obi. The Principal Secretary to Mr. Governor is also here. Yes, Mokolo. And we have the Special Advisor, who you all know, to Mr. Governor, talking about Dr. Alex Obiomolu. And then the Vice Chairman of the Anambra State Association of Town Unions is also here, talking about Honorable Dr. Ikechukwu Fokansi. And then the woman leader of ASATU is also here. Yes, Lady Franca Mwizu, welcome you. So ladies and gentlemen, these are the members of Anambra State contingent that are here to welcome you to Anambra State. At this juncture, let me hand over to the one himself, the great man, Senator Dino Melaye, to do the rest. Thank you.
To God be the glory forever and ever. Amen. We are very delighted, the entourage of Atiku Abubakar, the presidential candidate of the PDP, to be in this very unique and historic government house. And we particularly are very happy with the reception from the man I call a reformer, from the man who is behind the consolidation of banks in the Federal Republic of Nigeria, to the man who is a professor of developmental economics, and today, by the grace of God, the governor of Anambra State. While we appreciate this very warm and great reception, His Excellency is here today on a courtesy visit because he's in the States today for the political rally of the PDP. So he deemed it fit as a matter of courtesy and regard to pay you this personal courtesy visit. But he is not here alone. We are here with the national chairman of our party, elder statesman, founding member, of the People's Democratic Party, former president of the Nigerian Senate, former minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and today the indomitable, indefatigable, irremovable chairman of the People's Democratic Party, Dr. Senator Iyorchia Ayu. We also want to introduce to you your own. Please, I will pause for 1 second and allow the Equime of the universe to please take his seat. Your Excellency, I haven't introduced the chairman of our party. It is my singular honor to introduce to you, by the grace of the Almighty God, the next Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the former local government chairman, former secretary to the state government, former commissioner, Senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and two-time performing governor of Delta States, Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa, and his lovely, immaculately attired and cosmopolitanly fashioned wife. It is my honor also to introduce to you a man so blessed by God, yet so loved by God. Former Speaker of the House of Representatives, the Governor of Soludo State, the Director General of this presidential campaign, the Chairman Nigerian Governors Forum, Chairman PDP Governors Forum, Right Honorable Aminu Waziri Tambuwal. I also want to introduce to you one of your own, a brother, ally, and friend of our principal, very reliable, never aging elder statesman, Senator High Chief Ben Obi. Otenibo. I also want to introduce, sir, the national chairman of our party said the governor of Anambra State is a returnee. So the day he's returning, we will sing, "Oh my home, oh my home." Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, let's listen to the golden voice of the reformer, of the unifier, of the amplifier, of the mobilizer, of the magnifier, Atiku Abubakar.
Thank you very much. Your Excellency, Governor Charles Soludo, Your Excellencies, Governors here present, our dear Chairman, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Many people may be wondering, why would I pay a visit to an Awka governor in Anambra State? I just want to make it very, very clear, that my relationship with Governor Soludo and many other people as well from this part of the country is beyond partisan politics. Our relationship are born out of sense of patriotism and also a commitment to undertake reforms in our economy and also in our country. And these objectives are beyond party politics. I think there should be a consensus on how we move forward as far as the challenges of this country are concerned. So I want to say that Governor Charles Soludo is a partner in that respect, and therefore it is my singular privilege and honor that he's receiving me in the government house today. And I think that is the kind of politics we should aim to achieve in this country. In spite of our party differences, there should be some national core values that we should all agree to implement if we have the opportunity to do so. So Governor Soludo, on behalf of my entourage, I want to thank you very much indeed for going beyond party differences to accord us this opportunity to pay you the courtesy call. You didn't shut your gates against us. You welcome us very, very warmly and brotherly as well. And we want to assure you that we are all partners in our reform agenda as far as this country is concerned. So let me thank you very much indeed. You personally told me when we spoke yesterday you were not in Anambra and you had to find your way back to Anambra so that you can give us the opportunity to pay you this courtesy call. We really appreciate that and we thank you very much, for that opportunity. So God bless you all and thank you very much.
I think, let me apologize to those who have just come in. If we knew that we were going to have this number, probably we would have moved into the next room, where you are going to have, for those of you who are standing, if you stand too much, maybe then move on to there. That's where we have got some water and so on to drink before you head to the stadium. I know you have quite a busy day. Your Excellency, the former Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and as has been said, of course we know, I want to say, and I even wrote something, you are one of the two front runners for the presidency of Nigeria. One of the two. And in the fullness of time, we're going to have a conversation. See, I'm in politics, but I'm not yet, I'm still struggling whether I've become a politician or not. I say it as it is. And we got to say it. For the sake of this country, for the sake of Nigeria, let me, on behalf of the government and good people of Anambra, the light of the nation, welcome you to Anambra State. You're welcome. You are in-law. I will say, welcome home. Because he is an in-law as well. People forget that. So welcome home. And I don't want to go into the history about us in government and then in politics, but I know that sometime 2010, even to early 2011, we all went around this country together, all in search for a better Nigeria. Nigeria is one great country that, as far as I'm concerned, destined by God to be the largest, most prosperous, and most powerful black nation on earth. It's our God-given mission to make it great, to make it realize its fullest potentials. Party differences, whether you are in PDP or in, and by the way, of course, I hear the jokes. I hear from the national chairman of PDP. PDP used to be literally the only one, but it has begun quite a number of branches, and some are now competing to take, like Awka now being the third largest political party in Nigeria. Sometimes I think the prayer of the parents is that their children will become bigger and better than they are. Anyway, we'll talk about that. Welcome to Anambra. And as I say, the entourage that has come, our Anambra, the Amazons of Anambra with you. Distinguished Senator Iyom, the Iyom and the Iyom. Then High Chief Senator Obi, and of course, Okosisi. If you go to AIT, you hear him. If you don't know the name, then turn on to AIT. And Iko Obosi too. I didn't know. When did you sneak in? You just sneaked in. And all my brothers from neighboring states, and of course, the vice presidential candidate of PDP, who is my neighbor on the other, across the river, and struggling to build Anambra, Onitsha, and Asaba to be like the twin, now with the second Niger bridge, to become like the twin cities of New York and New Jersey. And so on. And I'm glad you came with the governorship candidate. I wish you the very best of luck. I welcome all of you, eminent senators, former governors, and so on. Hi! And Senator Leal, and you guys are aging backwards. Let me welcome all of you. It's really a great pleasure, exciting to receive you. Like I said, this country is bigger than any individual. It's bigger than any political party. There is one mission, and that is for us to realize our God-given potentials. And I mean, I said the business of making Nigeria, building this new Nigeria, is far beyond anybody, even far beyond the politicians. It's too serious a business to be left to politicians alone. And so, and for me, in this business, Anambra State, Igbo land, and the entire Nigeria should be open space for everybody to play. Should be open space for everybody to play. There's no exclusivity. You come and you give us your value proposition. How are you going to fix Nigeria? How are you going to fix Southeast? Now, Anambra has got its own unique challenges. We're the erosion capital of the world, for example. You know, what is in it for us? You know, now that I'm wearing, you know, in my other life, I take it in that layer. In the other life, as governor of Central Bank, chief economic advisor, head of national planning, the only thing I was looking at was just the national aggregate numbers and how the macro and the banking and so on, how they were doing nationally. Now, as governor of a state, our chairman is here, Governors Forum. So when we now meet there, everybody is saying, give me my own, give me my own, give me my own, give me my own. So that's governor of a state. When you now call me, Abuja, and I say, which one are you bringing to me, so to speak? And I want to believe that in the fullness of time, I'm very glad that you are here to canvass for votes. Speak to the people, present your value proposition to them. And I want to believe that our people will listen carefully. Part of what we're asked for is to have a level playing field for everybody to be able to canvass their votes. And that is my own orientation. When, for example, one of our brothers wanted to declare that he was running, then under PDP, he asked me, he wanted to use the government house premises to make his declaration, even though from different political parties. I said, why not? Go ahead and talk to the people. For me, that is the spirit. And that should be the spirit. You can't say this area, no, that's why you done. No. This business is too serious. So I want to welcome you. And I want to also say that, and I want to believe that in the course of time, some months to come, or some weeks to come, we will have an opportunity, another opportunity to have, this one is what is said in the general, we'll say it in the village meeting, that what is to be discussed in the executive should not be discussed during general. I know they're laughing, those of you from, you say, when you have that executive session, what is discussed in the plenary is not to be discussed in the, so I want to believe that in the next couple of days and weeks, we'll have that opportunity to have an executive session. We'll have an executive session, you know, have the executive session. And we would be more than glad to have that executive session with you. And where we discuss some, if you like, nitty-gritty. Where we are now, this one is for the general. This is general. This is plenary. We'll go into executive session. Yeah. Because for us, as people from this part of the world, Southeast, as you know, as your party knows, there have been this agitation. People wanting this. People also felt who got to be president. I'm sure that's why Mazi contested, and so on and so forth. But beyond that, you don't necessarily, even if you are not number one, we want to be in the sitting room, in the bedroom, and so on and so forth. We want to be in the bedroom, so where this conversation is had, because ultimately, politics is about what? Development. And we want this place to feel part of that development. That since the Civil War ended, there was one promise that was made, one arrow that we are yet to come to, and which is reconstruction. That's the only arrow. Reconciliation and the other arrows, but the Marshall Plan that had to come. I'm glad the second Niger Bridge is coming, but look at the federal highway constructed during the Shagari era. No, motorable. That was the last they were built. Enugu Onitsha, Enugu Port Harcourt. These are the two highways. This year I've been here for a few months, but I'm spending a few billions on federal roads just to fix basics. The flooding comes, sweeps off more than almost 2/3 of the state. The environment is our existential threat, the erosion capital of the world, and so on and so forth. There are concrete things, because bottom line is that we want to change the life of the average citizen. Isn't it? That's the summary. Whether you are wearing face cap, or like I see, this uniform that you came with, it will pass wondering whether High Chief will be doing Ofala, and then everybody else is following him, and with this regalia, as it were. So I don't want to bore you, but the key thing is to welcome you to Anambra and to say to you that our people are all ears, and that after the general today, in time to come, we will have an executive session. And I think we'll take it from there. I want to wish you the very best of luck. Wish you the very best of luck. We don't need any introduction. You don't even need introduction here in Anambra. Our relationship has gone, I mean, at a personal level, it's gone on for quite, I would say, decades now. And I can only wish you the very best of luck. We'll pray for you and pray for Nigeria. And then in the final analysis as well, where you are going, and why we wish you the very best of luck. You as parents, as those who are the forebears, you will be praying that Apuga, you are the other child, will have to take over from the parents, as it were. I want to thank you immensely, and may God bless you and bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I think while we finish this, if you can just have some water or so before you, just as you have that. If I can have the, hi Chief, you're here. Unuzulezu.